It's September the 11th, 2016. It's that day. Never forget, man. Never forget. And now that I got that mention out of the way, that way I don't seem like a complete, utter... you'll catch the idea. I have a problem this morning. Yesterday I had taken a shower and it got colder quicker than normal, and I wasn't quite sure why. So I tested out my water heater this morning. Well, first of all, I went outside to the gas pump and made sure I had gas. Made sure it wasn't something as ridiculous as, oh, I'm out of gas. It wasn't that. So I flip on the switch, and nothing. No reactions, no anything. So I think there's a problem with my water heater. Which is a problem in general. I mean, I can go down to my parents' to use the shower, so that's not going to be an issue. But still, that's an extra level of inconvenience for everybody involved. So I need to find out if this is fixable or rebootable or whatever.
Wow, Jesus. And using those common misunderstandings, and here's some of the ones that I've discovered. You don't have to try harder.
Well, we checked what we could about the water heater, and don't think there's anything we can do. Doesn't seem to anyway. We do have a family member who, however, that knows a lot about RVs, so we're gonna get a hold of him and see what he can help out with. So yeah.
No, Father. No escape for you.
You ever have one of those days where, well, actually it wasn't a day. That's more evidence. Let's try this again. Okay, you ever have one of those weekends? There's the word I was looking for, weekends. Where you specifically wanted to rest, and you succeeded in resting, and yet you still feel a bit... Yeah. It's me right now. Gonna go to bed early, again. But first, I need to meditate and all my usual stuff. Just because I'm doing it early doesn't mean I'm still not gonna do it. Also, I'm kind of having to wait for 8 o'clock anyway, because I've had to make a decision. And that decision is that my medication that I am now back on is twice a day. So, that means you take it once every 12 hours. I cannot do this business where I wake up at 8 o'clock in the weekends, but wake up at 4 during the week. I mean, obviously, I'm going to actually do that. What I meant was, medicine-wise, I can't be doing that, because then it throws the time off, and that's dangerous stuff, man. So, I've decided 8 is my time, because during the weekends I wake up at 8, so I can take it first thing then, and at work, 8 o'clock is my first break. So both of them are convenient times. 8's a convenient time no matter what schedule I'm on, weekend or work week, right? So yeah, seems like that's actually going to work. And it's just one of those where I just had to make that decision just for my own personal safety. With that, I'd better meditate before I just fall asleep. So today's meditation came with a simple other little tool for it. It was simple yet complex. Because this whole thing has been about, staying with the breath. Making it a basic just to focus on that specific basic. So she boiled it down to perhaps the simplest way you could possibly boil it down. Every time you deal with a breath, think breath. So breathe in, breath. Breathe out, breath. Anything else? Not breath. It sounds stupidly simple. Until you're like me, someone that is constantly used to doing things a specific way. Because my way of dealing with this has always been in, out, and noting whatever the things was, because that's how I first learned, right? But the point of this whole series and this specific course in the thing is taking the concept of the whole breathing thing and focusing on that. So it's not saying the other way is wrong in the way that Joseph teaches it is wrong, for instance. It's not saying that at all. It's just saying, let's look at this meditation practice at a different slant. So since it's focusing on the breath, making it to where, okay, let's boil this down to where it's like, that's a breath, that's not a breath. It kind of makes me chuckle. But it works. I did have a couple of struggly bits here and there, but otherwise, it works. Interesting to see how it works tomorrow. So with that, it did like I thought. It's 7:53, so close enough. I'm going to take my medication and then go to bed early. So, good night, everyone. Until tomorrow.